Hey guys, this is Sally. This is not the next Pokemon video I'm talking about. This is actually gonna be something else, but I do want to get into that first. I'm trying to figure out a way to do the next Pokemon video, like I said in my last video, but the problem is I might have to split up into two, which I'm gonna explain here, and then again when I do the video. Pretty much it's just the fact of I'm gonna explain like the Pokemon types, what it means. And then briefly, I will do that in the second video, but very briefly, because otherwise then it would be just as long. As well as saying like how many types of dual types and etc. The second video will be about the types that have not been created, excluding Gen 8, as well as, and both videos will explain like what I do prefer and what I don't prefer. Mainly it's just the fact of Rotom is the only Pokemon I don't prefer. Everyone else I usually have no problems with. Or there's already been more than one enough that it's a lot easier. But this isn't that video. This video is about an anime I actually never got to watch really. I've got one disc of it, but I got to read the manga and I just was always interested in it. The Knights of the Zodiac, or Saint Seiya, was something that was before my time. But my library actually had one or two volumes of it, and I got into it. Now, I didn't get to see the anime, but I did kind of see some of it, and I knew it probably was very close to it. If I ever can find it, I would say sure, but the fact of the matter is that Netflix made a remake. Now, I don't have that much really compare off of the anime, but I feel as if the manga, it feels almost like the manga in a sense. It's been a while since I've read the manga, but it does make me feel like it kind of reminds me of how the manga used to be. And I'm trying to find some videos, and all I'm seeing is these hate videos and review videos kind of dissing on Netflix's remake. I know Netflix hasn't been the best judge of what was supposed to be on, and I know they're losing a lot of people lately, streamers. Honestly, we still enjoy Netflix, and we find stuff that we enjoy. I rewatch a few things that I use to help me sleep because I've listened to them 1,000 times. Usually they're very soothing or enjoyable enough where I can do that. But I also like rewatching stuff. Right now they've got the original first Yu-Gi-Oh, which is has the first 5 seasons of it, and I've got Tubi, which is nice, but it has the ads, so it's like I'm switching to Netflix for that, and then just going back to the Tubi when I go on to the other series of Yu-Gi-Oh. As well as the fact of we're going to be losing Disney soon from Netflix, so honestly there isn't really anything on outside of the Nutcracker, which I'm going to probably watch hopefully before Disney's streaming service is up and running, but pretty much the Nutcracker is the only thing I have to watch really before that happens. Everything else I've seen or want to see, and it'll be a shame not to see the Frozen 2 on Netflix or Infinity War on Endgame on Netflix, but everybody wants their own streaming service. Anime's got ones, Crunchyroll mainly. Netflix has theirs, and Hulu, CW, and other Fox is having their own streaming service, and same with AMC. It's like everybody just wants their own streaming service. So, in all honesty, I'm just kind of disappointed about how people are saying like this is being ruined by Netflix, this series being brought back. Honestly, I feel like it kind of helps. Sure, I do have to reread the manga again. It's been a while, like a really long time, but I did enjoy the manga, and it just reminds me of that. Like it's almost like not exactly a volume, but each one's like a set chapter in a volume, where it's like maybe the first 2-3 volumes of the book or the series manga wise. Like I said, I know Netflix has not been the best judge of character. But I feel like the same thing like I do with when they did Death Note. In all honesty, do you guys really think that they were going to completely copy Death Note. No, they were going to make their own reboot. Like, or not their own reboot, but their own version. They took, what if this was set in America? What if this was also set where Light wasn't perceived as what he is in the manga? And I actually enjoyed the what ifs about it, like thinking, not knowing where this was going to go instead of having a complete copy of it. Now, Saint Seiya is not exactly a complete copy, but it's very, very close. The only difference I noticed is I think that Andromeda Knight Shun was supposed to be a boy, but just a very feminine boy, and it's the fact of they changed it to be a girl. Them to be a girl. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn that when I read the manga, they were a boy. And in all honesty, it seemed everything feels just like the manga. There's only 6 episodes, which I'm sad. I wish there was more, but I'm not going to complain if this took a lot of time, effort, and energy. I mean, from the fact of showing the origin of like from the beginning, which the manga I remember did. Like I said, if anyone can find me the original anime, I've only got one disc with Magnus on it, but that's far into the series. I'd be grateful. But in all honesty, I just feel like people already complain enough. It's just a human fact that humans are never going to be satisfied completely. There are certain ways you can be satisfied, but it's the fact of unless you can master those methods or master yourself, where it's like you can be happy and content with your life, you're never going to see that. And I'm being hypocritical because I know sorry, there's something on my computer. I know I'm never going to be fully content with my life. There's always going to be something kind of I wish could change, but the fact of the matter is I don't need that for my anime. There's only one thing, in all honesty, that I was very, very disappointed with, and that was when M. Night Shyamalan did The Last Airbender. In all honesty, that's the only thing I've ever been outraged about in my entire life when it came to anime, manga. It's like people perceive things as what they get. Directors, you can't fully do something that's in a book sometimes but if you want to do a live action, there's only certain things you can do. That's been disproven now, but there's still only certain things that can be fully live action. There's certain things that have to be CGI or done with animatronics and etc., etc. But the thing about it is like, be lucky that this is being brought back to be introduced into a new generation. I mean, how happy was everyone that Voltron was brought back, and within the first few seasons, everybody was just loving it. I was always seeing stuff about that Voltron stuff, and it's like I didn't get it at first, and then I was curious towards the end, when it was ending. So now it's like I want to go back and now I want to go and watch it. It's just a fact of, I think that the creators wouldn't be totally disappointed. It's just always the fans that are always disappointed. Speaking of which, I'm still seeing plenty of people getting mad about the No National Pokedex and this whole using the previous game's copies or codes for the Pokemon Sword and Shield stuff. In all honesty, it's like I'm not playing the game not because I don't want to play the game, it's because I can't. I can't afford to get the other stuff, and it's like people say then budget. Well, maybe I'm budgeting for other things right now. I'm just happy to keep getting Pokemon games made, in all honesty. So it's just a fact of, that's my viewpoint. I think that people are overreacting about Saint Seiya. If you don't like my opinion, oh well. You can hate on me all you want, but the fact of the matter is like, I think it was cool that they brought this back. At first I didn't realize that it was the original thing. I thought it was like this Lost Canvas thing, which I am going to watch as well, but it's just a fact of, I think that people are overreacting. This is Ali signing off. Stay tuned for the first half of my Pokemon dual type video. Again, that's going to be talking about the types and what's got the most, what's got the least in the dual types, and what kind I'm trying to explain with the dual types. and then the second one will talk about the dual types that we need, specifically which type sides, because there are two types and you can flip them one way or another. That's all I'm going to say about that. Hope to see you guys soon. Hope you guys enjoyed San Diego Comic Con. I sure did. And I will see you next time.